This is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Windows of a smoke shop in Margate are boarded up after an overnight smash and grab. Police say the same thing happened an hour later at a smoke shop nearby. The owner of one shop told CBS News Miami's Bree Buckley the bad guys were accomplished thieves.
And one of the owners here tells me this isn't the first time they've been hit. You can see the window boarded up behind me here. That owner tells me they're now out thousands of dollars, and he thinks the same people are to blame both times.
It was like watching a movie. It was like watching a bank heist.
John is one of the owners at the smoke shop on West Sample Road in Margate that was hit by thieves early Tuesday morning. He shared these photos with us, captured by their surveillance cameras. He says the video shows they were in and out within just 2 minutes.
When they came in, too, they flipped the light switch, so they had to have known, they had to have been here before, which is frustrating.
Margate police say they were called just before 3 a.m. and found the front windows smashed and products stolen. John tells us they stole a retail value of about $10,000 worth of disposable vapes, similar to what happened to the shop earlier last year.
It's like they knew exactly what they wanted. They were pros. This wasn't like some random smash and grab. They knew what they were going for.
And they weren't the only ones. About an hour later, around 4 a.m., Margate police responded to a glass break alarm on Royal Palm Boulevard at this smoke shop. A worker there tells us off camera they didn't get away with much. John hopes they get caught soon.
The day that they hit me today, they also hit 2 other shops. So they're professionals. They know what they're doing. They have a plan, and I really hope that they catch these guys.
Margate police say the investigation is still active. No word yet on any arrests. In Margate, Bree Buckley, CBS News, Miami.
Police in Margate say a boy is in the hospital after he was shot last night. It happened near Rock Island Road and Forest Boulevard. We don't know much about the boy's condition, only that he was rushed to the hospital and had to have surgery. We reached out police for more information about the shooting. We'll have much more on the story coming up on CBS News Miami at 5. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office is asking for your help finding this missing 22-year-old woman. This is Elise Menendez. She was last seen on Saturday near 87th Avenue and Southwest 136th Street. If you have any information, call MDSO.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
What an absolutely gorgeous day.
It really is. It makes you want to stay home, doesn't it,
yes,
in the morning?
Play hooky.
We are looking fantastic the next few days. And Naja, the only thing we're tracking is a couple of isolated showers here and there. The air mass is so dry up above us. The difference or the change will be down to the south. The Keys still experiencing a little bit of cloud cover occasionally. We've had a couple of showers here and there, but not a huge deal. Good chunk of South Florida looking fantastic here. Just a few, again, fair weather clouds. We've had rain chances at about 10% at best because there's still enough low-level moisture, right? First 100 feet of the atmosphere, but upstairs it is bone dry. Temperature's nice and comfortable. The humidity could be a little bit lower, but we can't complain too much. It's lower than it has been for quite some time. Temperatures right now in the low to mid 80s. You can see this very dry air just hovering over Broward County, continuing to kind of sink down. More of that came from as we continue kind of following a lot of dry intrusions here, and that just in turn will set us up for the worst case scenario, a few flying showers underneath the dry air that really can't work their way vertically in the atmosphere. So we don't have much in the way of any significant rainfall. Here's rain tracker for tomorrow. We'll start off another gorgeous day with just a few clouds and again a couple of isolated showers. Now the moisture surge, if you will, if we can call it that, heading into Thursday, a little feature coming in from the north and east, and that will bring in some slightly higher rain chances here. I still think we're looking at coverage between 20 and 30%. That would be about it. And I think Thursday will be the wetter of the next 7 days. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. After that batch of moisture comes through, we'll get rain chances back down to around 10% as we head into the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend. And the humidity will follow suit as well. We'll bump up a little bit as that moisture comes in, then drop back down heading into Friday and Saturday, followed by increasing humidity and increasing rain chances as well to go along along with that heading into next week. Moderate risk for rip currents. That's down from high. So heading into tomorrow, we're looking better north winds at around 10 to 15. And we're looking for both the Florida Keys and the Atlantic waters as well for a small craft caution. So you want to be careful if you're operating that. Otherwise, let's check in on the tropics. We still have Tropical Storm Lorenzo in the eastern Atlantic. It is struggling. Wind shear. I mean, it's just this time of year. It just can't really, the eastern Atlantic can't produce much, but this has been enough. And you can see the thunderstorm activity almost devoid of that. There's still a low-level swirl there, but Lorenzo is forecast to continue headed to the north and east. This thing may fall apart before this cone ends here, I have to be honest with you, because 45-mile-an-hour winds, generous at best right now, and that will be done as far as Lorenzo goes before it hits any land masses. We'll widen out the shot here because I do want to show you the National Hurricane Center. The models are depicting an area of enhanced, perhaps, development, right? So it just means that conditions will be favorable for anything that tries to get going here in the Western Caribbean. This is the time of year we look to this area anyway, so that's something that we'll keep in mind. Otherwise, that's the only thing I'm tracking. Let's check in on the next weather 7-day forecast, and we'll talk about those rain chances coming up slightly. So 20 to 30% coverage heading into Thursday. Then we'll knock that right back down. Steady temperatures all the while in the mid-80s, and that includes the upcoming weekend. Well, rain chances, as you saw that humidity tracker coming back up between Sunday and heading into next week at 20 to 30%.
Ivan, thank you. Hurricane season runs through November 30th, and the Next Weather team is making sure that you are prepared. Just scan the QR code and find all the tools you need to help you get ready. You can also find our 1-hour hurricane special. It has important information for you and your family. Just go to cbsmiami.com. Good news now for commuters who use the Dolphin Expressway to get home from work. The lane closures that made that ride to work this morning a nightmare for thousands of people, those lanes have since reopened. This video from Chopper 4 speaks volumes. The shutdown is due to a construction issue near where the Dolphin crosses I-95. It had eastbound traffic backed up as far as 57th Avenue. Now, we can't guarantee that you won't hit traffic this evening on 836, but it should not be nearly as bad as it was this morning. And now to the government shutdown, which began 2 weeks ago. This evening, the Senate is expected to vote for an 8th time on a House-passed measure to fund the government. But the two parties remain divided over health care. CBS News Miami's Erica Brown reports from Capitol Hill.
I'm an air traffic controller here. Do you want to help aviation safety by ending the shutdown?
This member of the Air Traffic Controllers Union handed leaflets to travelers outside Reagan National Airport in Arlington, Virginia, Tuesday to highlight the impact of the ongoing government shutdown.
The American worker that lives paycheck to paycheck, which is almost every air traffic controller, cannot last without pay.
In a social media post, the White House Office of Management and Budget said Tuesday that it is preparing to, quote, ride out the Democrats by continuing to pay troops and law enforcement and more reduction in force notices.
We are closing up Democrat programs that we disagree with, and they're never going to open again.
At a news conference, Democrats called the Trump administration's layoffs illegal.
Firing and threatening to fire federal employees is part of the Trump administration's campaign to inflict trauma on our federal workforce.
House Speaker Mike Johnson has warned this shutdown could be the longest in history as lawmakers remain deadlocked. But President Trump says his administration has identified funds to at least pay the military, a move some Democrats say is likely illegal.
My understanding of this is they have every right to move the funds around. If the Democrats want to go to court and challenge troops being paid, bring it.
The Senate is planning another vote Tuesday evening on funding the government, but there are no signs of any progress to end the stalemate. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
When we come back, Instagram is changing its parental controls for teen users. Find out what's going to be different and how parents can control it.
A dangerous drug ordered off store shelves.
Something more potent than morphine that should not be sitting on a shelf next to a pack of Skittles.
But is it still being sold in South Florida shops? CBS News Miami investigates. We followed inspectors on the front lines of the crackdown. What did they find? Tonight at 11.
Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Instagram announced a new policy aimed at protecting kids online. Beginning today, Instagram's teen users will only see content that is similar to what they might see while watching a film with a PG-13 rating. The site will hide or limit more mature content for those under 18, and that includes swear words, risky stunts, and accounts that post adult content. Every teen account will automatically be opted in.
Really what we wanted to do was speak the language of parents, and parents really know and understand movie rating standards. We train artificial intelligence to be able to find and remove the kind of content that a teen shouldn't see, or make sure that they're not seeing content that would be inappropriate for a teen.
Instagram's parent company Meta says parents will have the ability to make these controls even more restrictive, but cannot read the conversations their teens have on the app. In today's Money Watch, Amazon is hiring 250,000 people for the holiday season. They're looking for people to work in their fulfillment centers and to help move packages nationwide. Amazon says full-time and part-time workers earn an average of $23 an hour along with benefits. Seasonal employees earn an average of more than $19 an hour. Job postings are on the Amazon website. You only have until the end of the year to take advantage of federal tax credits for clean energy and energy efficiency upgrades to your home. The Energy Efficient Home Improvement Credit expires on December 31st. The improvement credit allows you to claim up to $3,200 for certain upgrades. This tax credit is broken into two parts. First, a maximum credit of $1,200 for home improvements like HVACs and insulation. The second credit is up to $2,000 for certain heat pumps and water heaters. In this week's All New Miami Proud, we shine the spotlight on a Grammy and Emmy award-winning composer who's scoring big in Hollywood while also shaping future musicians in the classroom here in South Florida. Carlos Rafael Rivera is a teacher at the Frost School of Music at the University of Miami. While teaching, he keeps chasing his dream of composing for film and TV. The result, a Grammy and 3 award-winning scores. But students say it's his presence, not his accolades, that leaves the biggest mark.
Even though he has somewhat of a name for himself, like you wouldn't really necessarily feel it if you're talking to him. Like, he's very personable and he's funny and he takes the time to get to know you.
What makes me proud of the opportunity to teach is the fact that I'm giving back and I'm sharing all my mistakes with the next generation.
Rivera says he plans on teaching for as long as they will let him. Well, that does it for the CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami and have a great day.